Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial. Today we are going to learn how we are going to design an API to handle 1 million requests per second. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So first one, that is horizontal scaling. Use stateless servers that can scale infinitely, deploy with the Kubernetes plus auto scaling, add more servers, not bigger servers. Let me give an example. Okay, so what does it mean horizontal scaling? Like increasing the system capacity by adding more machine slash servers instead of upgrading a single one. Let's simplify this. If one server can't handle the load, you add more servers, right, and distribute the traffic among them. One shop is crowded, open more branches instead of making one shop bigger. That is why it is horizontal scaling that help you to design API for handling 1 million requests per second. Okay, next one, that is load balancing. The name signifies that when there is a load, balance it, right? So how? Using Nginx or HAProxy, distribute traffic across the multiple servers. Okay, layer 4 TCP plus layer 7 HTTP balancing. So some of the like big servers, you can see AWS or Azure, GCP, they have inbuilt, whenever you create a server, they have the load balancers, so you can increase accordingly or if the traffic increases, right? The third point, very important, that is caching. So if you have a static content, go for the CDN like Cloudflare. If you have take an example, the categories, like we have create one time categories, and it very like sometime it will be changed, otherwise it will be a like same. Okay, so in that case, why I'm going to hit the API and fetch the data from the database to put a load on the database, rather than I'm gonna use the caching mechanism, because the data is same, it will never be changed. So in that case, I'll put a cache and save it over there and retrieve it from there, rather than hitting or putting the load on the database. Okay, so target 90% plus cache hit rate. For this, it will put less load on the database, right? So we should implement it, because most of the like big frameworks like Magento also using the caching, right? Okay, like any big project always use the caching to reduce the load on the database. Database optimization, use read replicas for the read traffic, share data across multiple databases, connection pooling. So what does it mean by connection pooling? A technique where an application reuses a set of pre-created databases connections instead of opening a new connection every time a query is made. So this is what it is, connection pooling. Async processing means use the message going like Kafka and the RabbitMQ. So in that case, you have to use the message. If you have the long running processing like the email, if you want to send the notifications or email processing, because if you want to send something like thousands of mails, so in that case, what you are going to use? So message queuing is the best option, right? Return 2202 accepted immediately. Process heavy task in the background. So if you go with the background, then definitely if you have processed the heavy task, in that case, this is better. Rate limiting, protect from abuse and the traffic spikes. Okay, token bucket or the leaky bucket algorithm you have to use, limit per user IP and the globally. What does rate limiting means? Rate limiting means restricting how many requests a user or a system can make within a specific time period. So if a user come and I want to make it like 5 requests per second or something, so you have to do something like this. That is called rate limiting. Only 100 requests per minute are allowed, so you have to make, I'll explain you, because I have the video in the Node.js, like how you can restrict the requests. So this is what it means. Like nobody can go with that one, and no, you are just any API can hit this API. So you have to make some limiting over there. So make your API optimized, right? Fast protocols. Use HTTP 2 or HTTP 3 for multiplexing. So these are the new web standards. So let me explain you. With HTTP 1, one request at a time per connection. With HTTP 2, HTTP 3, any request can run in a parallel over one connection. This is called the multiplexing. This is what it means, HTTP 2 and HTTP 3. gRPC for service to service calls, enable compression, that is gzip or the broadly. Okay, this is very important. Compression. Next, we have a monitor in the test. So this is very simple that you have to load the test with the K6 and the Gatling, monitor latency, and use Prometheus and Grafana dashboards for checking like how many requests are there, so you can get more over there, right? Okay. The quick tech stack reference, that is load balancer, is Nginx HAProxy. Cache, your Redis and the Memcache. Database, Postgres and the Cassandra. Queue, that is Kafka and the RabbitMQ. Language would be Go, Rust, Java. Node.js also. Monitoring, Prometheus and Grafana. CDN, Cloudflare and the Fastly. Container, that would Kubernetes and the Docker. Okay. So the formula for the 1 million requests per second is horizontal scaling, smart caching, async processing, optimized DB. Remember, no single server can handle 1 million RPS. You need distributed architecture with proper load balancing, caching, and the database optimizations. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share, and comment on my video. Have a nice day.